What's up, everybody? Yes, who the heck are we is back. Claro Manzano here, and we're trying something new with in-person episodes. And joining us, this is actually our pilot episode for like in-person interviews. You're technically the first,
I'm honored.
and we had a first interview actually, but this one's technically the first where we really just set it up. But Clara Manzano here for who the heck are we? Joining us is none other than our distinguished guest in Malea Cesar. Welcome to the podcast.
Thank
Well,
you.
actually, we're in Rizal Memorial Stadium, right?
Thank you.
All right. So, have you been as of late? You're here because you're visiting the Philippines, right? From the United States?
Yeah, I messaged Camrod, Cam,
Mm-hmm.
a while ago, probably back in December. I was like, I want to come to the Philippines during the summer, my summer break from university. I wanted to play with Kaya. Especially that was my main goal, was to be able to play here in the Philippines and immerse myself into the culture a little bit and live here.
Because, right, your dad's Filipino, right? That's how you have your Filipino
Yes.
roots. Where's your dad from, by the way?
He was born in Makati, not too
Mm-hmm.
far from here actually.
Yeah.
And he moved to the U.S. when he was 8, but he came back in the 90s to and lived here with his tito and tita for a little bit, just down the street from Rizal, because they trained track and field here. He was on the national team,
Right.
and so he just lived a walk from the stadium.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Right, we were talking about the stadium when we were doing the broadcast, the UCFC game versus Loyola. The stadium's really old, pre-war.
Yes.
Like, my lolo ran in Rizal Memorial also. But he is a basketball player. Anyway, so, like your dad was born in Makati. But he's really here, a Metro Manila boy.
Yes, he's
Yeah.
a Metro Manila boy. I know he went to the De La Salle elementary
Mm-hmm.
programs, the younger programs. His dad is from Cavite.
Cavite. Okay, just south of Metro
Yes, just
Manila.
south.
Right. And then, like, what made your dad want to move to the States?
That was he was young, so that was my lolo and lola's
Mhm.
decision. Um, just to it was the during the Marcos regime.
Oh, I see. So anyway, what have you been up to during the trip? How long has it been? Has it been a week or two? You name
It's
it.
been almost 4 weeks now. I was here for 2 weeks first with my family. We came to Rizal. We went to the church where my dad was baptized. We saw
Nice.
one of his godmothers, because he has many.
Filipino?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
We also went to Palawan because it was the first time my family had a a family vacation where I was there also. Because they all went to the World Cup for vacation, but I wasn't with them.
You were work mode, right?
Yes. Yes. So
Family
we did the
vacation.
intramuros, we did the tour, we saw the anthropology museum. Just it was my siblings' first time here, so for them to be able to see where my dad was born
Mm-hmm.
and part of what makes us who we are.
So Palawan and then Intramuros? Is that
We
right?
did both. We were staying in Malate,
Yeah.
and then we went to Palawan, and then we came back to
Mm-hmm.
Malate.
Is this Palawan like Puerto Princesa or you went to like El Nido?
No, we went to El Nido.
There
We
you
were
go, yeah.
staying in a like kubo, bahay kubo. We had no beach towels, no shampoo, conditioner, or soap.
Wow.
We were island life.
That is very extreme. I feel bad. I was so pampered when I went to El Nido Hotel. I didn't bring my toiletries
Yeah.
because it's there already.
We kind of expected, oh, there'll be soap. Like,
Yeah.
well, we don't need towels. It'll be okay. Like, and if there's not, whatever. It's just for a
Uh-huh.
few days. Yeah.
Welcome to the Philippines. Well, yeah. But of course, it's an experience, right? Everything's so simple. And then there's the great tours there, El Nido. Did you do the one in El Nido where you have like your boat guide and then when you guys are
Yes.
swimming, he's gonna cook your lunch? Did you try that
They
one?
don't cook lunch anymore. I believe
Oh,
it's
really?
because of the pandemic.
Oh,
Maybe
man.
the restaurant nearby makes it and they bring.
They bring it already. It was so good. Like flame grilled. We got the usual fish.
Yeah, my
Ano yan
dad
po?
had squid.
Squid.
It's not actually slow mo, but he is eating in slow mo the squid video, and I posted it for his birthday.
Okay. So I have a feeling your dad is an endurance eater. If you have eating contests, I think I can put it that way. But let's go back a bit with your career, right? Were you already studying before the World Cup or the World Cup was right before?
The World Cup was right
For
before,
college,
so I
sorry. Yeah.
started my journey with the national team. Just before the beginning of my last year of high school.
Mhm.
So I ended high school. I graduated high school early. Was gone back and forth for high school. This was leading into India for
Yes.
the World Cup qualifying, And then once we qualified for the World Cup, that was when I knew I was taking a gap year so
Hmm.
that I could be available for all camps because the World Cup was the end goal.
Yeah, because I hear national team players, like even here in school, there'll be guys absent for a while, and like, oh, he's gone because of national team.
Yeah.
So that's great you got to do that. 'Cause I know in the Philippines, at least when I was studying a decade ago in high school, how was that? I remember hearing someone say that if you take a gap year here, at least here in the Philippines, in the States, I understand other cultures. It's like quitting school. So when we hear gap year, sometimes we're low key jealous. Hey, we want a gap year too.
Honestly, it helped me be more excited to go back to school because I do
Hmm.
love learning, but just having a break was nice because then I was excited again to learn. And yeah.
Yeah, sometimes after that break, people just need that break, whether long or
Yeah.
short,
But
right?
my mom said you have to go back now or else you'll never go back.
Your mom has a point. Mothers know best, as we know, right?
Yes.
They always tell us. So, so you ended up playing in Texas, right?
Yes, I'm playing Trinity University. It's a small D3 school in San Antonio, but it's been a great fit for me.
It's been a great fit. Then you're telling me it's Division 3
Hmm.
in the States. So in San Antonio, there's a rivalry, I'm aware. Source, NBA fan. Dallas, San Antonio, Houston.
Yes.
So is there like that hate for each other? Because I
Well,
went to yeah, go ahead.
it's interesting because Dallas Cowboys is the football team,
Yeah,
the American football team. So all the people in San Antonio love Dallas Cowboys, but big San Antonio Spurs fans. So when it's basketball, they like most of the time it's
because there's no NFL team for San Antonio. Is that okay? There you go.
yeah.
That's pretty funny. Because I went to the States for Model U United
Okay,
Nations
yes.
in Washington D.C. We were a delegation from DLSU, De La Salle University. And then I met this guy from Dallas. I'm like, whoa, he's near Houston because I'm a Houston Rockets fan. And I tell him, he goes, I hate Houston, man. I was talking, I think, in sports perspective, right? Because there's that rivalry there. So did that rub off already? Are people in San Antonio like, I hate Dallas and Houston, man? Did they go like that?
Not really. Most of the focus about basketball was on San Antonio, and then any NFL focus was on Dallas. So there wasn't a lot of Houston talk.
There wasn't a lot. Interesting. Well, unfortunately for the Houston Rockets, hasn't been their year. Yeah. But for you, like as a Pinoy growing up in the States, how was that? I assume it was your dad who immersed you with the culture, right? Then where's your mom from, by the way?
My mom's from California.
Okay. Yeah,
Mhm.
go California. Got a lot of relatives there.
Same.
Yeah. So we're Filipinos. Of course we have relatives in California.
That's where I was born. We moved to Oregon when I was 8.
All right. So how was that? It was your dad teaching you these things, like saying that he's from the Philippines, right? A
Mhm.
place on the other side of the Pacific Ocean. How was that for you? The immersion, your dad teaching you.
For me, the two things that it meant actually were the food. It was the food,
Mm-hmm.
and my dad representing the Philippines.
Yeah.
That was one of the main things that he shared with us. His journey in the Sea Games, and his journey with the track and field team, and when he came back to train. Um, yeah, my Lola, whenever she would visit, she would always make pancit and lumpia. I
There you
always look
go.
forward to it because neither of my parents cooked Filipino food until recently. During COVID, my dad started cooking a lot, and now he loves to cook. And my favorite dish that he makes is sisig.
Oh, there you go. Shout out Tito with the sisig. Yeah, everyone loves their sisig. So that was great. He immersed you. But the question, balot. That's the question. What do you got to say? No right or wrong answers here, right? Just so you
I'm
know.
already a little bit, I don't know what the word is. I don't really like meats. A little queasy around meats
Uh huh.
sometimes, a lot of the time. So I would do it for the experience.
Oh, there you
But don't
go.
bring one out right now.
Okay, okay. Anyway, I started eating balot like as a kid.
Really? Oh, yes. My dad
Exposure
also.
for my lolo. My mom got mad because I had 4 eggs once. But cholesterol, I think, is really high.
Isn't that good protein though?
Yeah, I believe so. But if I'm someone correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it's the cholesterol that's really high. So my mom got mad. I was a kid. She didn't want me to develop that. And then one day, let's just say I had an experience with balot that was a bit scary. So I'm like,
No more.
in my head, the only way I could describe it now that I'm older is I retired from eating balot. And then we had the Philippines Iraq game. After, I was part of the LOC, the organizing committee. So we were just hanging out outside. and a balut man dropped by, and I'm like, oh, I gotta go for this. So I had two eggs again.
It was
Got it
good.
hot, got it fresh. There you go. And then you gotta add the rock salt. That's what I could
My
say.
dad did mention that it was salty.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
then I don't practice this. What my Lola said, she said lights off when eating balut, just because it may look scary. Like in that experience I told you as a kid, but I never followed by I want to know what I'm eating, okay? So lights on. Pag time to eat balut. Anyway, props to you for that. I can't remember what the McDaniel said. I think Finn said no to balot. So we respect that, right?
The other one my dad told us all about was taho.
Taho.
They could go out with a cup on a regular day, like fill it up. But for their birthdays, they were allowed to bring the biggest bowl they could find in the house and get as much as they wanted.
Oh man.
So of course, when we were here, when we went to Tagaytay, we got some taho
Yeah.
for his
Tagaytay.
birthday. It was on his birthday.
Perfect. It's a way to do it actually. Some people just bring out their own containers and stuff also. 'Cause they want the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you name it. Wow, thanks for reminding me. I haven't had taho in a while. I miss our neighborhood taho,
We
man.
had taho for the AFF championships in the mornings
Mm-hmm.
for breakfast, right? And the one time they took it away, we lost.
Ooh.
I'm not saying that the Holt was the reason we won. Don't quote me on that.
But
But it was a little bit of a lucky charm.
You know, like me growing up also as an athlete before I played basketball until high school, very, I had that pre-game routine, superstitious. I can add something to AFF. We do something similar too. Every time, 'cause I was the venue announcer in AFF actually, like the
Okay.
one announcing the goals, your names, starting 11, you name it. What happened was there was a game. It was the game versus Thailand
The
in the
first
group
one?
stage.
Okay, yes.
Yeah, that's when you guys lost, right? During the entrance, we normally play Sabay Tayo. That's like the Filipinas theme song with Puso. But this one, there was someone said, of course, one of the higher ups, right? I won't name him na lang because he might feel bad, might kill me. Anyway, we got it from our boss. Play Dynamite. It was pretty fitting. I know there's a
Like the
big
Tayo Cruz one?
Dynamite. Like no. Oh no, did I butcher the name? People are gonna judge me. BTS?
Oh, okay, okay. I know what you're talking
Tama,
about. Yes, yes, yes.
title's correct,
Yes,
right?
yes,
People
yes,
might
yes.
kill me sometimes. I
No,
go,
no, no, you're right.
is
You're
that the
right.
title? People are like, you're saying the lyrics. You know that. Thank you. Anyway, so he said, play Dynamite. And then there were kids also, I think, who came from like
They
Subic,
came from Alon
Zambales.
and Aro. I was just there this weekend visiting. Yes,
There
yes.
you go. We lost. So during the semifinals, oh, we're playing Sabay Tayo. We're not playing Dynamite. No, nothing. We believe in that stuff.
Yeah.
There you go.
Maybe it was the taho, maybe it was the song.
I say both. Even until now, like me working with you, I'm a commentator, right? I do have my like pre-game ritual. I've been wearing the same shoes for like the past 2 years for games.
Mhm.
I have more than one pair, okay? But when it's commentate, oh, I'm bringing this
Yeah.
pair. But anyway, Alon and Aro, right?
Yes.
You were there recently. Camrod was telling
We
us
just
about
came
that.
from there this morning. We came straight here.
And we are in Rizal Memorial, by the way. That's like a how many hour drive?
I believe it was almost 4.5.
Man,
Yes.
props. You did a good job. We were commentating the game earlier. None of that tiredness from driving. But what was that whole experience? Yeah.
It was, for me, very special to be able to see the girls that we inspired. We saw from the owner at the Gabby.
Mm-hmm.
She showed us videos of them watching the AFF final from Zambales, from Alon and Aro. And they were just so excited for us. And it was special to know that what we do makes a difference.
Mm-hmm.
And for them to have some artists to look up to. Because me, growing up, there was no football in the Philippines. If I
Mhm.
wanted to represent the Philippines, it was going to be for track and field or basketball. And
Mhm.
neither of those were like my strong suit or my favorite. It was always football was my passion. So to be able to be part of the rising group that paved the way for those
Yeah.
young girls, and then to be able to meet them in person and coach them, interact with them, and they taught me doing my best to speak Tagalog to them. They were teaching me new words, like I
Nice.
think bukid is farm, something like
I think
that.
so, yeah.
And they taught me to say what's up, pare.
You just gave the sample right there, so I'm not gonna ask for it. Okay, but that was great. I wanted to ask about that role model aspect, but you hit the nail right there. But Yeah, we said it on air when you joined us as a commentator once, right? There's a picture of you playing basketball. And then there's I can say it now. We're Filipinos. Of course we
Of
play
course, we play
basketball.
basketball. Yes, and it's fun. And honestly, it helps me with my soccer to be like versatile athlete, like different movements,
Hmm.
different way of looking at a different game, different like speed of play, really. So it helps and it's fun.
Hmm. I think that's a nice thing. I know in the US, or is it even other countries, there's the cross training, seasonal sports rather than just play one sport.
There is, especially like high school, like football is in the fall, basketball in the winter, track and field in the spring.
There, yeah. So like, the muscles are trained. I believe that also helps reduce the chances for
Injuries,
injury.
yes.
Yeah. But anyway, it's been about 15 minutes here, 16 minutes. I'm looking at my watch not because I'm bored, but because I'm the only prod team here, guys. So I'm checking the video also and monitoring here, guys. Hope you understand. But what's next for Malea Cesar after the trip back to school, I assume? But you're training with Kaya, right? But you're going back to school,
I
as you
am
told
going
me.
back to
Yeah.
school, yes. Currently, I'm majoring in mathematics,
Hmm.
minoring in computer science and Spanish.
Wow.
So I'm hoping to be a sports analyst someday.
Hmm.
And the program at Trinity, the head of our math department loves that. That's his thing. We have a seminar for it. So I'm hoping to continue to improve my game on the field by using what I can learn off the field as well.
Right, there you go. Because we did hear, right? You're the person who raises your hand during Filipinas video, right? The game session. Was that the video review sessions,
Video
right?
review
So there you
sessions,
go.
yeah.
Right. And I know you're starting as a pitchside reporter. How was the whole experience here covering the Philippines Football League?
It's really interesting to be able to speak to the coaches about what their opinions are on the team, and especially the mid-game interview that I do, the halftime interview, is my favorite. It's the most insight you can get.
Yeah, and just for record, like this is after your first game, right? So you're gonna have more up caps as a pitchside reporter. But before we will wrap up, we want to give you the floor. Look in the camera, say hi to your mom, dad, everyone. Do you have a fan club? We can find out if you by saying hi to them here.
Hi, mom and dad, and Avery and Naomi, and of course all my other families. Oh, fun fact: we have a cat. Her name's Ube.
Okay, there you go. You guys love your ube.
Of course, you do.
You gotta get your
Yes.
ube ice cream. I know there's ube taho. Quite hard to find though, but there's places with the special flavors of
Yes.
taho. But yeah, any more people you'd like to greet, or we're good? We can sign
Um,
off. Yeah.
just my new friends in Trinity, my friends in Australia, anyone who's ever been part of my journey in any way.
All right, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Malea Cesar, another guest here for Who the Heck Are We? And thanks a lot for your time again. And we hope
Thank
to
you for
see
the
you, of
opportunity.
course. Likewise, we hope to see you, of course, suiting up with the national team. The support's intense. Like, it got crazy. There was that Facebook group, Abante Filipinas, right? That's why we're keeping like all the talk going, everyone just talking. Yeah. Anyway, guys, thanks for tuning in to Who the Heck Are We? We'll try to produce another episode, and we appreciate your feedback. Just message us, and catch you in the next one. Bye bye.
Bye.